doubt you. They'll see with time. Let the obstacles stand. You will run right through them. Let everything in this universe tell you no. You have already told yourself yes. The hardest thing in this world to stop is someone who knows they've won before the game has started. This is your everything. Your everything. Embrace it. Make it so that you never forget today.
A very good morning, everyone. I'm Nick Wood, and a very warm welcome to Le Mans in the northwest of France for the FEI European Championships for Ponies 2023.
There is no tired. You left that in the weight room years ago. There is no unsure. Pushing yourself to exhaustion every day took care of that. There is only when. When do you rise up? There comes a point when you just give in too much. Your sacrifice is too great to accept anything but the very best. Everything else is noise. This is your day. It will not disappear with time. It will live on. You have earned today. Go make sure the world knows.
Ce jour est le vôtre, chers enfants. Ce jour est peut-être le jour de votre médaille, qu'elle soit d'or, qu'elle soit d'argent, qu'elle soit de bronze, pour le concours complet d'équitation, pour le dressage ou encore pour le jumping. Nous sommes à 5 minutes maintenant du premier en piste et je crois que Thomas Desmarais, qui va présider cette épreuve, va pouvoir fermer sa piste à la reconnaissance. À 5 minutes, nous sommes. Depuis 1950, la Maison Forestier met à disposition son savoir-faire pour concevoir des selles sur mesure et d'instruction pour les cavaliers passionnés. En 2016, la Maison Forestier connaît un tournant et se développe dans le milieu du sport avec pour l'objectif d'améliorer la performance du couple cavalier-cheval. N'hésitez pas à contacter l'expert en selle de votre région pour plus de renseignements en vous rendant sur le site forestier.com. Forestier, partenaire d'ailleurs de ce championnat d'Europe poney de concours complet d'équitation, ainsi que le conseil départemental de la Sarthe qui nous accompagne ici sur la catégorie, sur l'individuel. Le conseil départemental de la Sarthe, c'est l'institution élue pour gouverner et améliorer la vie des habitants de ce département des Pays de la Loire. Bienvenue à tous, nous sommes à quelques minutes maintenant du premier en piste. Ils repartent dans l'ordre inverse du classement provisoire établi à l'issue du dressage, établi à l'issue du cross qui a réservé bon nombre de surprises hier. Pour le moment, la tendance est à l'Allemagne pour les équipes, la France en deuxième position et l'Irlande en troisième position. Le podium a été modifié d'ailleurs pour l'épreuve de cross. Et si je regarde un peu la tendance côté individuel, Irlande en tête, Allemagne en 2 et en 3 la France. Karen, qu'est-ce que ça donne côté voix anglophone, s'il te plaît?
So in this eventing competition, which is in partnership with Forestier the saddler, who is present here Le Mans. We have for the team competition after cross country yesterday, was a little bit change in the order. Germany are in the lead.
A very good morning, everyone. I'm Nick Wood, and a very warm welcome to Clip My Horse TV and Le Mans in the northwest of France for the final day of competition here at the FEI European Championships for Ponies 2023. Well, what a day we have in front of us here at the Bouleret Jump Pole Européen du Cheval, as we look forwards to the final show jumping phase for the eventing, and then this afternoon the individual show jumping final following the brilliant team show jumping final that took place on Friday. But it is the eventing that we focus on this morning, all things eventing for the final phase, the show jumping phase. And after the 2 days of dressage and then the cross country yesterday afternoon or yesterday morning here at Le Mans, the top of the team classifications for the eventing, the very top of the leaderboard has changed. Leading after dressage were the Irish team who won team gold and individual silver and individual bronze at Stregholm last year. Ireland now in third place after the cross country, and leading the way it is Germany, the four members of the German team leading the way on a total dressage and cross country score of 93, and just behind Germany it is the host nation France on a total of 96 after the first two phases. And so that is just less than one show jumping fence between Germany in pole spot at the moment and France in the silver medal position. Then Ireland in third place with a score of 104 after the first two phases. So it really is all to play for those podium spots. Then in fourth place the Netherlands on 122, and in fifth place on 147 penalties after the first two phases, Sweden. Well, there are 11 countries represented here for the eventing at the FEI European Championships for Ponies 2023. 9 have posted teams of either 3 or 4 ponies and athletes. And at the top of the individual leaderboard, there is just less than a fence between the top 3 and less than 2 fences between the top 10. Well, let's have a look at the show jumping course plan for the final phase of this eventing. It will be over one round with a maximum height of 1.10 m, time allowed 74 seconds. Course designers Quentin Pernet and Jean-Pierre Melot, who are also the course designers for the pure show jumping, have set 11 numbered fences, 14 jumping efforts, and those include the doubles at 6, 8 and 10. So we are starting with Italy, and we are starting with Gianmarco Gardini aboard Blue Lake Scooter. Well, this accommodation, who have 118.8 penalties in total after the first two phases, just rolling a pole there at the rustic Oxer. And it is Carla Williamson aboard Galco for Ireland, who leads the way individually on 27.4. Then on 28.8, Sina Brugger for Germany aboard Next Generation. And for France, in third position at the moment individually on 30.7 penalties, Vidocq de Berber with Clément Tonon in the saddle.
Elle est arrivée ici avec une toute petite faute, et on en avait parlé d'ailleurs, Karen, de cette
So Giacomo Gardini completing for Italy, and a delighted rider aboard her pony. They complete their 3 phases, Blue Lake Scooter and Gianmarco Gardini. That roll pole going at that rustic Oxer. 73 seconds they went round in against the time allowed of 74. Well, now for Belgium, Cindy, ridden by Emmy Duen, 97.5. The combined first two phase score for the Belgian pairing as they take that upright at 2.
La tête 502 donc, et ils étaient 8e à Mille-Haute, 3e place également à Haute-Carspel.
That orange upright that went down for our first combination to come forwards. Now 4 and 5, the sequential uprights. And the second of those sequential uprights going down at 5 for Emmy Duen and Cindy. Well, a superb cross-country course set, as always, by a cross-country course designer that was negotiated yesterday. Our cross-country course designer, Giuseppe Della Chiesa. World-renowned course designer Giuseppe, of course, also designing the World Eventing Championship cross-country course last year in Pratoni in Italy.
Et cette fois, deux fois autocompteur de la cavalière belge avec les middle.
So the first Belgian combination completing.
78 secondes, on a donc
And
9.6 au total.
107 with the roll poles from that particular round, the final phase for the Belgian combination.
9.6 donc pour les pénalités sur le dressage, sur l'obstacle pardon de Emmy Duen.
Final score for Emmy Duen of 107.1 with 9.6 faults in the jumping arena.
9.6 total jumping penalties for this final phase for the Belgian pair who have just completed. Well, now for Denmark, Liville Emilie Grub aboard AC Star Quickie AF Engvan. 94.2 their score from the first two phases. And this Danish combination, the only Danish combination left, in the competition. The other two actually eliminated cross-country yesterday. Well, elimination in the eventing FEI competitions doesn't mean that it is not actually a score. It is actually 1,000 penalties that is added for the eliminated round. So Denmark on, for the records, on 2,094.2 penalties coming into this final phase show jumping. Lieve Emilie Grub aboard AC Star Quickie AF Engvan. Turning to number 7, the Oxa. Then to the double of uprights, which follows straight onto the Oxa. And turning left towards the next of the doubles. 3 doubles on this course as called. Time allowed 74 seconds.
Bon, de faute, 8 points dans le temps, cette fois, tout juste 74 secondes pour Lieve Emilie Grub, la danoise.
She finishes on a score of 102.2.
So 8 jumping penalties for our Danish combination of AC Star Quickie AF Engvang and Lieve Emilie Grub. Well, 2 riders represent Spanish riders represented here at the FEI European Championships for Ponies 2023 as Ricardo Fernandez, Matamoros MA is forwards with Qatar de Mendes. 92.9, the first two phase score for the Spanish combination. Eventing arguably the true test of the equine athlete. The 3 phases of dressage cross country, and then the pony's asked to come back and negotiate the show jumping phase. Well, a couple of roll poles there. Now to that double of uprights in front of a super crowd here. Super crowd of spectators, as we saw on Friday for the final of the team show jumping competition.
Ça va moins bien que l'on espérait ici pour l'Espagnol, le cavalier qui conclut ici avec un...
So those roll poles, meaning it is a combined score of 108.9 for Ricardo Fernandez Matamoros MA with Qatar de Mendes.
Alan Sprite à présent, voici l'Italie, voici Gaia Mandorla pour la deuxième participation italienne.
Well, now Italy's Gaia Mandorla with Alan's Pride, 85.9, their score for the 2 phases of dressage and cross country. Italy as a team sitting in 7th place at the moment on 262.3. Well, this is a combination who are competing for the 2nd time in the Pony European Championships. They were 30th overnight, this combination after the cross country, and courtesy of those who have gone before them as they continue their passage around this final phase. They are now in 29th spot. You'll see that ranking change. It will of course become ever more influential as we continue. Well, the music rings out here in the main arena at Le Mans, because it is a clear for Gaia Mandorla and Alan's Pride. First clear round, and it is the first clear goes to the Italian team and our Italian combination. So well done to Gaia Mandorla. Now for Belgium, with Belgium once again, and with Julie Goertz and Emilia V. We are running in reverse order for this final show jumping phase. It is of course a long format competition. The inspection taking place a little earlier. 2nd horse inspection after the cross country, as is the case for the long format competitions. Skipping very neatly over the double in front of the hardcore cabin. Well, our ground jury here in Le Mans for the eventing. President of the ground jury, Laura Aslan for France, accompanied by Joanne Jardin for Ireland, Tim Downs for Great Britain, our technical delegate, Marcin Konarski for Poland, and the assistant TD, Nicolas Bourtin for France.
Quel dommage ici, quel dommage pour la cavalière belge, cette faute à l'as, hélas, en 72 secondes, 72, arrondi donc à 73 secondes, donc dans les 74 accordés ici.
So that one roll pole, so 83.6 now, 83.6 it is for Julie Goertz and Emilia V.
Malheureusement, ça s'est un peu moins bien passé sur le cross, alors il détient aujourd'hui son 27e position.
Well, if you can hear me, I'm afraid I have trouble with my if you can hear me, I'm afraid I have trouble with my screens, which I will aim to rectify the situation quickly. Well, it is Oliver Sells for Belgium who is with us with Kiris van Orchids.
Une petite mésaventure ici pour Oliver Sells avec Kiris van Orchids sur l'élément numéro 4 du parcours. On a donc du temps dépassé, 8.8 au total, puisque 4.8 pour le excès de temps en 86 secondes.
For faults, for the rail down, 4.8 time faults in 86 seconds for Olivier Sells. Here is Van Orchids, and the next to go is for the Netherlands, Bridget Bing with Valerie Villavas. She's on a combined score of 73.9 with a 32.8.
Un peu redescendu après son...
So for the Netherlands now forwards Valerie Villalas with Brigitte Bing. Combined first two phase score 73.9, and sincere apologies, I'm continuing to experience problems with my screen.
Pour l'accompagner, quatrième saison ensemble, ils se connaissent par cœur. Troisième saison ensemble, pardon, la quatrième saison du Ponies. Et puis un dernier obstacle également renversé malheureusement ici pour la néerlandaise Brigitte Bing avec Balilé Villalas, ce qui nous amène à 16 le nombre de pénalités. On vérifiera le 8A s'il vous plaît à la piste, le 8A, le vertical à vérifier. Merci à vous. On est en 72 secondes Karen ici.
72 seconds, so it was inside the time, but with 4 rails.
Well, 72 seconds within the time, but 4 rails down for Brigitte Bing and Valerie Villalas for the Netherlands. Well, we're back with Belgium once again. 70.7 penalties they bring forwards to this final phase. Eline Dorida and Joe de la Brivaldi, the pony.
Septième en 2000.
She's inside the time. Final score 74.7.
Elle est arrivée ici en effet avec cette faute à nouveau sur cet auxerre numéro 3 et puis par 2 fois sur le numéro 6 pour Lily Herman et Derry Hill. La conclusion donc de la cavalière en 74 secondes tout juste.
Next to go for Italy, Greta Enfi with on duty a 10-year-old mare owned by Caterina Piemonti to start, and they start on a score of 53.6.
Oui, l'Italie qui nous présente ici la 3e cavalière de l'équipe, Greta Enfi avec on duty, cette jument de 10 ans, fille de Zebra My Mobility. C'est-à-dire 536. Nous sommes avec un couple qui apprend encore à se connaître. Première saison ensemble, 2e saison internationale pour le poney. Le couple l'emportait, c'est un Pratoni cette année, en juin.
Smiles and swords and handfuls you spend the stupid arrows. Give speech to your human sculptors upon your bridges and fountains.
Et du temps ici, du temps à hauteur d'1.2 Karen, puisqu'on est au-delà des 74 secondes avec Greta Enfi, l'italienne, et puis 4 points sur la piste, soit 5.2 pour les pénalités sur le test de l'obstacle.
3 seconds over the time, 12 faults in the arena. That's a total of 58.8 for Greta Enfi on duty for Italy. Ben Connors next to go for Ireland on Cornerfest Fred, 10-year-old gelding owned by Kieran Connors and Michelle Nelson. They had a very good dressage test, but one refusal unfortunately yesterday cross country, and they're on a score of 51.4.
Et oui, comme le souligne Karen, un très bon dressage pour Ben Connors, l'Irlandais. C'était en début de semaine, malheureusement un petit refus sur l'obstacle numéro 3 hier sur le cross. L'emmène donc en 22e rang provisoire alors qu'il était 2e à l'issue du dressage. Ben Connors, Cornerfest Fred, le couple de l'équipe irlandaise avec ce 11 par Gwynnick de Gueriva.
Well, sincere apologies. We are with Ireland now, with Ben Connors and Corner Fred.
75 seconds, so 0.4 time.
So just 0.4 time penalties to add to Ben Connors and Corner Fred's score. Well, this is a combination who were second individually last year and also in Stregholm in 2021, and part of that very strong winning Irish team last year in Stregholm. And they were, in fact, second also after the first phase dressage here at Le Mans, but then penalties on the cross-country course yesterday, meaning that they did drop significantly down the leaderboard. Well, now for Finland, this is Inkeri Leo and Ewan Stone. They come forwards with a first two phase score of 45.6. Well, the only Finnish rider in this competition, riding solo for Finland. Wonderful to see this Finnish combination here at the FEI European Championships for Ponies 2023. Just outside the top 20 after the first two phases.
Et un petit sursis ici sur le dernier obstacle, mais c'est passé. Le numéro 3, encore une nouvelle fois, n'est pas coutume malheureusement. Et puis également le début de cette troisième combinaison, le 10-1, soit 8 points piste dans le temps. Et toujours un seul sans faute pour l'heure, signé d'ailleurs par la cavalière italienne Gaia Mondorla avec Alan Sprite.
8 faults for Inkarila with Ewan Stone for Finland. Germany is next in the arena with Peter Schmidt and Sequence Katrina.
Well, now Peter Schmidt and Seeklands Cortina, 45.5, their two-phase score, which in fact was their dressage score for Peter Schmidt and Seeklands Katrina. Had a really good round yesterday around Giuseppe Della Chiesa's cross-country course, remaining on their dressage score 45.5. And that certainly put them up the leaderboard after the dressage as they sit in the top 20 coming into this final phase show jumping. Well, of course, it is Germany that sit in pole position after those first two phases, the dressage and the cross-country in the Pony European Eventing Championships. A discarded score from each of the rounds for the combination in the team events, as it was for the show jumping, for the rider with the least score or with the highest number of penalties. Well, well done. A huge pat for the pony for Seeklands Katrina, as Peter Schmidt and Seeklands Katrina complete their 15 jumping efforts with a clear round, and they remain on their first two phase score of 45.5. So the three phases completed for Peter Schmidt and Seeklands Katrina on 45.5.
Lovely clear there for the German rider, for the German team, and Willow Docker is next to go.
Well, now for Great Britain, Willow Docker aboard the Devil Wears Prada. 45.1 their score aboard the 10-year-old mare, the Devil Wears Prada. Well, this is a combination. They were top 5 at the Belsey Pony two-start long format at the end of May here in the UK. Really riding for that Oxer after the double. Just knocking out the first element of that double, the upright. The Devil Wears Prada. 8 faults in the arena in this final phase for Willow Docker and the Devil Wears Prada. So that takes them to a final three-phase score of 55.1 for Great Britain's Willow Docker and the Devil Wears Prada.
Un peu de temps, 79 secondes pour le temps réalisé contre 74 accordé. On est donc à 10 points, ce qui nous amène un score total de 55.
Well, now for Sweden, it is the turn of Lachlan Ladd, ridden by Lynn Carlin. 43 their score. Sweden in 4th place, just out for the podium, coming into this final phase and rolling a pole Lynn Carlin and Lachlan Ladd.
Lynn and Sarah Carlins. 15-year-old gelding scored 43 penalties here yesterday cross country, just 2.4 time faults.
Ouais, un des meilleurs cross hier. Hein. Un des meilleurs cross hier.
Well, this is a
Lynn Carlin.
combination who were clear cross country yesterday. Just 1.8 time penalties to add.
« 16.4 avec 4 fautes aux obstacles et puis 0.4 pour le temps. Voici le résultat ici sur l'obstacle de Lynn Carlin.
So 59.4 then after the show jumping round for Lynn Carlin and Lachlan Ladd.
59.4 is her final score. Lynn Carlin with Lachlan Ladd. That was with 16 jumping penalties.
So 16 jumping penalties in this final phase, 4 roll poles for our last combination to add to their first two phase score. Now for Sweden, Mo Elofsson and Waterloo. 41.5 their first two phase score.
Des championnats d'Europe Ponies pour le concours complet d'équitation. Bienvenue à tous.
Moa Olafsson for Sweden. Next to go, Swedish team member on Waterloo, 17-year-old mare. And by Lina Olafsson, they're on a score of 41.5.
Lina Olofsson's Waterloo, ridden by Mo Olofsson. Well, looking for the slightly longer stride there, Mo Olsen, and Waterloo just chipping in that extra stride before the first part of that double, and the front rail of the first element of that double coming down. Again, Mo just looking for a slightly longer stride, but Waterloo chipping in. At that upright, but but no problem there. Coming neatly over it.
Twelve faults for...
Well, 12 it is. 12 faults in total for this final jumping round for Mo Olsen and Waterloo. So that gives them a final three-phase score of 53.5 for the Swedish team member.
7.2 time faults yesterday cross country.
Well, now for Ireland, Ciara O'Connor and Agarani Minstrel. Well, as called earlier, Ireland, well, leading the way after dressage. They came to this at the start of this final show jumping phase here in the main arena in third place after the cross-country phase yesterday. Germany leading France second and Ireland in third. Ireland the defending team champions and the team who had all three individual medalists on the podium in Stregholm last year. And in fact, France, Germany and Ireland have shared the podium over the last 2 years. Both the Pony European Championships over the last 2 years being held in Stregholm. Last year it was Ireland, Germany and France. That was the order on the podium. Then in 2021, the year earlier, it was France, Germany and Ireland. Well, those are the combinations, those are the teams that currently sit at the top of the leaderboard on classification. But it is so close, and will that still be the podium position at the end of this final show jumping phase in the eventing? Ciara O'Connor and Agarani Minstrel, 41.1, individually 16th after the first two phases. 4 faults it is at the end of this round for this combination. So that takes their final score to 45.1, 45.1.
O'Connor qui termine avec Agarani Minstrel. Alors une petite barre certes, on est dans le temps.
So they in fact remain in 16th. They were 27th after dressage, 16th after cross country, and as it stands at the moment, even with that roll pole, they remain in 16th place individually, just outside the top 15. So we continue with Ireland. And it is the turn of Hannah Willis and Kinaspic Lady. 40.6 their first two phase combined score. And a stop there. Well, this accommodation who are not riding as part of the team. Unfortunate stop there in front of the upright. That's no problem once regaining that forwards momentum. We saw this very much in the show jumping team event on Friday, where a number of the ponies just deciding they wanted to have a good luck, and then they just created a bit of resistance after stopping. But then once they got underway, both horse and rider, both pony and rider, in a great rhythm once again. And this looking as though this is the case for Hannah Willis and Kilnaspic Lily. Round the corner to the next of the doubles, seamlessly over that. One stride between the first and second elements of these doubles on course. So 8 jumping penalties. That stop, of course, at that upright also creating 4 penalties, and also time penalties to add as well due to that stop particularly. So 53.4 it is. 53.4 it is for Hannah Willis and Kilnaspic Lily.
Et on va partir du côté des Pays-Bas et retrouver un membre de l'équipe néerlandaise, Karen. Voici à présent Jentel Amlenk avec Orchids Tigers.
Well, just to confirm that after the one team rider has gone from Germany, no team riders yet from France, and 2 team riders for Ireland. It is still Germany leading the way, France in second place, Ireland in third. And just over 3 penalties now between Germany and France. There's exactly 3 at the beginning of this final phase. Just, in fact, 3.3 penalties between the top 2 teams. And then 108.4 for Ireland. Penalties against 96.6 for the host nations, France. As we focus on the Netherlands once again, and it is Orchids Tigerson and Jentel Heemlink. The Netherlands with actually 6 representatives here at Le Mans at the start of the dressage. 4, of course, part of the team. And that team who lie in 4th place at the moment on a total of 165.4 as Jentel Heemlink and Orchids Tigerson complete. And they complete with a final 3-phase score of 44.8. 44.8.
À une cavalière qui concourt en individuel pour les couleurs noir, jaune et rose de la Belgique.
Well, just a reminder that it is the best 3 scores from the 4 team members for each nation that counts. So if a nation, which is the case for Great Britain and Denmark, have just 3 members, then all 3 scores count. As Belgium are before us once again, and with a score of 37.8 from those first 2 phases, it is Tellery Ruby Tuesday, ridden by Marie-Joëlle Gumine. Well, in this reverse order final phase, eventing European Championship for ponies here in Le Mans, just a reminder that individually there was just less than a fence between the top three, and then less than 2 fences between our top 10. So it is, as always, going to be hugely exciting and dramatic when we get to that top 10 in this reverse order final show jumping phase. Well, having a look back there, and a delighted Marie-Joëlle Gumin, 37.8, 37.8, their final score. De Laurière, Ruby Tuesday, the horse.
Mais le dernier obstacle, on a décidé autrement, et donc pour Marie-Joëlle Gumin, on en ajoute.
So the Belgium in 7th place coming into this final phase. 269.4, 269.4 their score when all riders have completed, which they now have done. Now for France, now back to our home nation. Lying in 2nd place in the team standings, Loic Hardy and Duncan Starr. Well, this accommodation who were clear cross country yesterday on home soil. 37.5 their score. Ranked 12th after the first 2 phases. Well, this accommodation who were 7th after the dressage. Clear cross country yesterday, a few time penalties to add. In fact, 7.2 time penalties to add to their round yesterday. Close in, and looked as though that upright might just stay for a moment, but it did just roll out of the cups. Well, pushing on to that Oxer and just catching out Duncan Starr. So that fence will be rebuilt. Bell having gone, we're just waiting for our arena party to raise their hands to let us know that the bell can be rung again, and that Loic Hardy and Duncan Starr can make haste once again, continue their way around these 12 numbered fences. And once again, after that first stop, Duncan Starr are not wanting to take that Oxer. Well, there always will be another day for our combinations after problems on course, but thank you to the French combination for playing their part over the last 3 days. It is, of course, elimination here for this combination in this final phase. 2 stops, 2 refusals within the show jumping, as it is with the pure show jumping, unfortunately denoting elimination. Well, this accommodation who were just 2 seconds over the time yesterday cross country. They were clear jumping, 2 seconds over the time. Lieve Van Hout aboard Tele Phasers, 36.3 their score. Well, all 4 for the Netherlands. The Netherlands in 4th place. This is the final combination to come forwards for the Dutch team. Pole going down. That Oxer off the corner. Well, as this is a reverse order competition, or final phase, in terms of the individual standings, it does of course mean that the team members do not come forwards in rotation. So of course we can get a larger number of team representatives for a certain team coming forwards in the second half or latter stages of the competition in this final phase. So a couple down it is for Liv van Hout aboard Tullibard 6th NCAC. They have a final score of 45.5 for these three phases. Well, that drops them down into 15th place individually. Well, now the Irish Sport Horse owned by Paul O'Connor, ridden by Molly O'Connor. It is Kulnaline Rebel in third place with that team score at the moment of 108.4 Ireland, and individually in 10th Molly O'Connor and Kulnaline Rebel on 35.9.
Et donc la place à l'une des cavalières de l'équipe irlandaise.
Well, the Horse Sport Ireland Pony Eventing High Performance Manager Jane Kinsella was very enthusiastic about the team she had. Performed well again, but of course they had supreme performances last year with taking top spot team-wise in the eventing, and with all three podium spots being filled by Irish riders. But continuing to go well, the Irish riders, in terms of the team, they still have a medal position at the moment. But Molly O'Connor there just dropping down into 15th place after those roll posts, dropping down into 15th place individually after coming into the arena in 10th spot. So as we know with cross country and in the show jumping, these positions can change quite rapidly. The true test of the equine athlete, the eventing competition, the dressage, the cross country and the show jumping. Well, now to France, now to our home nation once again. Tiffany Villeton aboard Babylon Night Grave. 33.8, their first two phase score, and unfortunately that second fence going down that upright. Tiffany Villeton, well, was 9th in that top 10 coming into this final phase. One more team rider to come forward for Ireland, and three still more to come forwards for Germany, the leading team. Four faults at the moment. Well, an absolute flyer at the last, that unfortunate four faults. We're in a time of 70.68 and really enjoying their final moments in this arena. Tiffany Villeton and Babylon Night Grave for France. Well, just a reminder that the time allowed for the Quentin Pernet and Jean-Pierre Monod designed final show jumping phase here for the eventing. Time allowed 74 seconds for the 11 numbered fences and 14 jumping efforts, with those doubles, those double jumping effort fences at 6, 8 and 10. Well, now Ella Howard with Midnight Mist for Great Britain. well within the top 10 coming into this final phase and just rolling that pole at number 2. We've seen that fence go down several times this morning. Well, Ella Howard and Midnight Mist on the podium at Belsay in the Pony 2-star long format. Those British Pony Championships, Eventing Championships at Belsay at the end of May. Combination who were part of the British team last year in Stockholm. 11th after dressage. 9th after cross country. And a combination who were just outside the top 10 individually last year in Stockholm. Eight faults it is, 2 roll poles. So quite an expensive round in this final phase for Ella Howard and Midnight Mist of 44.6. Having said that, they only drop a couple of places as it is at the moment. They're still within the top 10. But of course, some good scores to come as we continue to work our way through this top 10. But the excitement mounts as Betty Boo 14 is forward with Marlene Heyessen in the saddle for Germany. 6th coming into this final phase on a score of 33. Germany leading the way. 2 more German riders to come forwards after Betty Boo and Maureen Heyessen. Well, this one of 8 clear rounds yesterday cross country within the time. Perfect. I'm sure that Giuseppe Della Chiesa, our cross country course designer, will have been very pleased with the outcome of yesterday's cross country. With those 8 clears within the time for these ponies, and whether it's the show jumping or whether it's the cross country, it always, and the same with the horses, whatever level we're at, it always has to be educational. We always want to just find that right balance between the challenge and the education and the confidence of horse and rider. Over that final fence and consolidating Germany's position at the top of the leaderboard in this final phase of the eventing. Maureen Heyessen and Betty Boo 14, 33-33, their score coming into this final phase. That is the score they maintain, and so it is Germany who maintain a score for the team of 93.3. 93.3, the team score maintained for Germany. Well, France next to go. France sitting in second place on 106. So that means there are 2 still to come from each of these nations, Germany and France. Germany leading the way, France in second place. And there is, as it stands at the moment, just over 2 fences. In fact, just less than 2 fences. Between these 2 nations. The 8-year-old. Well, we're just waiting for our caption to change, because it is our French rider who is now with us. And a roll pole. Is that going to be expensive for France? Well, with these this penultimate rider for France and 2 riders still to come for Germany. France needing to keep the pressure on Germany. Third place Ireland on that score of 120.6 with just one rider still to come.
Et de faute, 8 points ici, juste dans le temps, juste dans les 70.
8 penalties it is, 2 rolled poles in a time of 73.88.
Son championnat donc avec un total de pénalité de 41 si je ne m'abuse, et donc 8e place au provisoire pour l'heure.
2 rails down, 8 jumping penalties for Emma Lemaitre, Des Etoiles. She moves down to 8th place.
Well, they moved down to 8th place.
Très bon
Our accommodation for
et puis 2.4 seulement pour
France.
le cross hier avec Boston du Verdon. Bonne chance à présent à la membre de l'équipe de France, Ella Rinaldi, se produit.
Well, I said about riders coming together one after another for the First Nation, dependent upon their individual standings, and that the case for France, because following Clément Tonon is El Rinaldi aboard Boston du Verdon. Ooh, close in there, but I got over it.
Oh là là, cette faute d'antérieur.
Oh, a pole down there.
Va coûter 4 points en 69 secondes 91.
Time, no problem at all, 69.1, but a pole going down for France. So 8 faults and then 4 faults for France in those 2 sequential rounds.
La cavalière en 6e rang pour l'heure en 36.1. L'Allemagne à présent.
She just loses 1 place there, Ella Rinaldi, with Boston du Verdon with that 4 faults on the
Well, just losing 1 place individually, El Rinaldi and Boston du Verdon.
Next to go for Germany, to the German team, Nell.
Well, now for the German team, this is Nell Roaming aboard Merlin 192. They were 4th after the second round, the cross-country phase, 13th after dressage. They stay on their dressage score after the cross-country, one of the 8 to go clear and within the time. And that's jumping them up, jumping 9 places. 9 places this combination went up the leaderboard after the second phase yesterday morning here at Le Mans. Well, just a reminder that it is Colin Williamson aboard Galco who leads the way individually at the moment. Still to come forwards for Ireland. Ireland on a team score of 120.8 in third place. Clear it is for Nell Roaming and Marlon 192. No problem once again with the time, 67.53. Wonderful round for Nell Roaming and Marlon 192. They are clear. They complete on their dressage score of 31.5. So that means that they do stay in 4th place at the moment.
Possiblement une médaille avec le français Clément Tonon. Petit clin d'œil également à notre collègue du pôle européen du cheval, sa sœur Vidocq Duberder, pour l'accompagner ici, la têtière 500.
Well, now for France, the final combination to come forwards. They lay in second, in third place on the podium, in that podium position after the cross country on 30.7. There, of course, is absolutely nothing, just a couple of time penalties between Clément Tonnon and Vidocq de Berde for France, and the German combination who have just completed Nel Roaming and Marlon 192 from an individual standing. Clément Tonnon and Vidocq de Berde going well. Third individually. Once again, Vidocq de Berde leaving no fresh air at all between his back legs and the top of those fences. But in fact, 8 faults it is. So that is going to drop Clément Tonnon and Vidocq de Berde down, in fact, into 7th place. So that will take the German combination of Nel Roaming and Marlon 192 up into 3rd place individually on that score of 31.5.
Germany is lying second, and they're next to go. Silver medal position for Sina Brugger with Next Generation.
Well, now for Germany, it is the final combination to come forward. It is Next Generation, brought forwards by Sina Brugger. Second after yesterday's cross country. They were just off the podium placings after the dressage on that score of 28.8. Clear and within the time yesterday, and they moved up to 2nd place with that score of 28.8. Looking for a clear round to really put the pressure on our individual leader Carla Williamson and Galco. Of course, there is absolutely nothing at all, far less than a fence between Nel Roaming, between Sina Brugger and Next Generation on 28.8. And our leader on 27.4. And very close, I thought, and you couldn't actually see that pole being pulled off, but 28.8. That is obviously going to have 4 penalties added to it for Sina Brugger and Next Generation. Well, that was an expensive round in terms of podium positions for Sina Brugger and Next Generation. Still in 3rd, and they can be, of course, no worse than 3rd now, Sina Brugger and Next Generation on 32.8 as a result of that roll pole. So we are now ready to see the start of the round for Carla Williamson and Galco. 27.4. 3rd after the dressage. 1st after yesterday's cross country, where they remained on that dressage score of 27.4.
Donc on a le droit à une barre. On a le droit à une barre. Et là c'est terminé. Là c'est terminé. Plus de fautes possibles pour l'or. Ce qui est sûr, c'est que l'Allemagne l'emporte par
the Irish team who in show jumping and eventing and the individuals representing those teams have looked absolutely immense over the last couple of years. And for faults, it is a fence down for Carla and Galco. To not afford any more.
Oh, what a shame.
8.4 it is. Two roll poles for this combination. They actually moved down to 4th place, Carla Williamson and Galco. So 0.4 of a time penalty as well. So it always is exciting at the very end. Carla Williamson and Galco dropping down to 4th place. They came into pole position, but they are just off the podium. So just to first of all, let's confirm the team standings. It was as they were when they came into this final phase. Germany, who are on 97.3, who are European champions for 2023 here at Le Mans at the FEI European Championships for ponies. France are eventing silver medalists with 112.6. Then Ireland on 129.2. Congratulations to Germany, France, and Ireland. These three nations have shared. They have shared the spoils on the podium for the last 2 years. Different configurations, but it is Germany who win the way. They have been second. They have won the silver medal over the last 2 years in Stregholm. So congratulations. And this time they take the gold. France in 2nd place, Ireland in 3rd, Netherlands in 4th place, Sweden in 5th, Italy 6th, Belgium in 7th, Great Britain in 8th, and Denmark in 9th. Ireland retaining the bronze medal that they had from Ireland from Stregholm in 2021, and it was of course team gold for Ireland last year. Well, we'll just confirm those individual scores to you very shortly. Just waiting for that confirmation to come up. Well, a thrilling end to the final phase of the eventing here at Le Mans for the 2023 FEI European Championship for ponies. And it was a clean sweep on the podium last year in Stockholm for Ireland. It is a clean sweep for Germany this year. Nell Roming and Marlon 192 are European pony eventing champions on a final score of 31.5. Sina Brugger and Next Generation on 32.8 silver medalists, and Marlene Hayesen and Betty Boo 14 on 33. Carla Williamson and Galco 35.8. Ella Rinaldi for France, for the home nation, on Boston du Verdon on 36.1 in 5th place. Then Tiffany Villeton and Babylon Nightgrave for France, 37.8. Then in 7th place, Clément Tonon and Vidocq de Bergder on 38.7. In 8th place, Emma Lemaitre aboard Flash d'Étoile on 41. 9th place to Marie-Joëlle Gumin for Belgium, 41.8. And then completing the top 10, Ella Howard and Midnight Mist, 44.6. Really, for Great Britain, really consistent run at the Pony Europeans over the years for Ella Howard and Midnight Mist. They were just off the podium last year. They were just, outside the top 10 last year and within the top 10 this year. But many, many congratulations to our team winners, team gold medalists, Germany. Germany filling those 3 top places individually on the podium as well. Nell Roming, the victor. Sina Brugger, silver medal, and Marlene Hayesen for Germany in 3rd. Well, we do hope you'll stay with us and stay with us for the individual and team prize givings, the medal presentations coming up in a short while here on Clip My Horse for the eventing at the 2023 FEI European Championships for ponies.
Et à 5 minutes, nous sommes maintenant du premier en piste pour ce qui sera le troisième test des complétistes qui couraient le CCIP aux couleurs de notre partenaire Alliance Equine, spécialisé dans la confection de compléments alimentaires, de compléments nutritionnels et produits de soins à base de matières premières d'origine naturelle de haute qualité. Des produits à découvrir sur le site internet ou à la boutique Alliance Equine, présente sur ce site du pôle européen du cheval. Alliance Equine, donc pour partenaire, on a gardé un tracé similaire. On a juste retiré une troisième combinaison puisque sur le 10, on va retrouver un vertical et non un vertical puis auxerre. Vertical donc en simple élément en numéro 10, mais sinon le parcours est similaire, dessiné par Quentin Pernet et Jean-Pierre Menot qui auront officié pendant 4 jours sur cette piste rouge à l'occasion de ces championnats d'Europe Poney 2023.
The CCIP now, which is sponsored by, in partnership with Alliance Equine. Alliance Equine is one of the boutiques in the pool. Alliance Equine specialized in food supplements and care products made from natural products of high quality. So we have 7 competitors to go in this show jumping phase. 7 left in the running. Louis Chalit is in the lead. The score for the leader is 31.4. Joanna Koyo is in second on 32.2 and Baptiste Morel third on 34.4.
Et oui, là aussi, ils vont repartir dans l'ordre inverse du classement provisoire établi à l'issue du test de dressage et à l'issue du cross qui s'est déroulé hier en toute fin de matinée sur ce pôle européen du cheval. Ils étaient 12 au départ et ils ne sont plus que 7 maintenant puisque quelques mésaventures sur le cross nous avons vécu hier en toute fin de matinée. Toujours un jury présidé par Laure Eslan pour les couleurs de la France. Joan Darden pour l'Irlande et Tim Downes pour la Grande-Bretagne. Le parcours donc long de 430 mètres, un tempo moyen adopté de 350 mètres minutes, a pourtant accordé 74 secondes. Donc on repart comme tout à l'heure avec un Auxerre en as pour arriver sur un Auxerre également en numéro 11. Voilà donc le dernier test qui attend les cavaliers complétistes de ce CCIP qui s'est déroulé en parallèle du concours complet de ces championnats d'Europe édition 2023. Et pour rappel, on a maintenant nos 3 médaillés en individuel, nos 3 équipes médaillées également. Alors côté équipe, l'Allemagne, la France et l'Irlande pour respectivement l'or, l'argent et le bronze. Et puis côté individuel, eh bien seule l'Allemagne a su aller chercher l'or, l'argent et le bronze avec Neil Roming, avec Sina Brugger ou encore avec Marlène Ayesen. Toutes 3 donc monteront sur le podium à l'issue de cette épreuve de CCIP, puisque directement après l'épreuve, on aura la remise des prix à 5 pour le CCIP et puis ensuite la remise des prix par équipe pour le championnat d'Europe de concours complet d'équitation et puis par individuel. Et ensuite, avec notre homologue Arnaud, on vivra ici même la remise des prix du freestyle des championnats d'Europe de dressage, puisque se déroulent actuellement les reprises freestyle. Karen, c'est bien ça. Arnaud nous rejoindra tout sous peu, donc pour la remise des prix.
So the program for this morning, we have the show jumping phase now, which will be followed immediately by the top 5 in this class in the prize giving ceremony, followed then by the medal ceremony for the teams in the eventing competition and the individual medals in eventing, which will then be followed in the same arena by the dressage freestyle individual medals with Arnaud.
Et pour le moment, la tendance est clairement à la France, ici sur ce CCIP, puisque sur les 7 couples, il reste une nation étrangère, une cavalière belge, qui part, elle, avec une 7e place au compteur. Mais les choses peuvent encore s'inverser. On a quand même très peu d'écart. Sur les 4 premières places, on a moins d'une barre. Karen, pour le moment, c'est Louis Salit qui est en tête. En 2, Johanna Kowo. Et en 3, Baptiste Morel. Et bien voici donc l'ouverture ici de cette épreuve. Et donc, on accueille ici la première concurrente sur le test à l'obstacle de CCIP, la seule concurrente étrangère. Voici la Belgique, voici Lot Bolensi avec Wack Forest Elmo.
Well, she's first to go on this show jumping track designed by contender. It's the same track as the European Championship, just modified for number 10 where there is no longer a double.
Attention, attention le 2, s'il vous plaît, attention. Attention le 2.
No longer a double, but a simple jump. She's starting now her course. Lot Bolensi with Oak Forest Elmo for Belgium.
Et puis l'ultime élément du parcours, soit 4 fautes aux obstacles dans le temps néanmoins, 72-44 très exactement, soit 73 retenus et 16 points pour alourdir malheureusement ici le score de la cavalière belge en 58.8. Elle termine son CCI.
Four rounds down, 16 penalties in the 74 seconds allowed, 58.8 to finish the competition for Lot Bolensi with Oak Forest Elmo for Belgium. Jade Courtier for France is next to go, Parc Majestic.
Elle était 8e à l'issue du dressage, elle est remontée à la 6e place au provisoire. Jade Courtier s'élance à présent avec Parc Majestic, le produit du Parc Pavarotti. Ce Hongre est âgé de 13 ans. Et à 4 points et 74 secondes 60, retenu 75 secondes donc pour Jade Courtier et Parc Majestic. On ajoute donc 0.4 par seconde entamée au-delà du temps accordé. 4.4 pour Jade Courtier qui amène son score ici en 46.7. La place à présent à Alice Faure avec Kadam Deolin, autorisé au départ ici avec ce Hongre de 11 printemps, produit de Efusivo. 5e au provisoire avec un très bon dressage, 3e à l'issue du dressage et 5.6 pour les pénalités de temps hier.
Alice Faure in the arena with Kadam Deolin. They're on a score of 36.9. Nice dressage on 31.3, but with 5.6 time fault. She moved from 3rd place down to 5th yesterday with cross country. For the previous rider, 4.4 faults total, which I put here with a final score of 46.7.
Et ouais, Alice Faure est sans faute ici avec un Cadane déolant et donc en 67,59, largement dans les 74 secondes. Elle reste à 36,9 et on le disait, hein, il y a très peu de delta entre les 4 premières places. Elle pourrait donc remonter sur un possible top 3.
Lovely clear for Alice Faure and Cadane Deolan. Next to go, Rose Laurent with Beep Beep Del. 12-year-old gelding by Elk Velasquez, owned by the Ezekiel Chateau Gallant on 35.3, 5.2 time faults yesterday across country. Fourth.
Le deuxième meilleur dressage déroulé sur ce CCIP. Rose Laurent nous présente Bip Bip Delp à l'obstacle maintenant avec 5.2 hier pour les pénalités de temps sur le cross. Et là, malheureusement, les pénalités sont un peu plus lourdes, même si largement dans le temps, Bébé Delp aura terminé son parcours, son test à l'obstacle, avec 16 points pour Rose Laurent, amenant son score ici en 51.3 et donc relégué pour l'heure en 3e rang.
16 jumping penalties for Rose Laurent. Final score of 51.3 with 4 rails down. Baptiste Morel was first after dressage, 25.6. A little bit of time across country put him back to third place with Hutte Majeure de Janière. Also by François Breul.
Baptiste Morel, Hutte Majeure de Janière, déroulé ici le meilleur dressage, 8.8 pour les pénalités sur le cross. Il est donc 3e au provisoire. Et puis le premier plan de l'Auxerre numéro 11 pour Baptiste Morel qui conclut donc à 12 points ici avec un Hutte Majeure de Janière. Ça change un peu, ça change un peu ce classement sur ce CCIP à l'occasion de ce dernier test. Alors pour le moment, Alice Faure a repris les commandes de cette épreuve en 36.9 pour le cumul. Les 7 seront des notes pour la remise des prix aussitôt après le dernier partant. Et en parlant des derniers partants, voici l'avant-dernière à s'illustrer en piste. Elle s'appelle Johanna Koyo avec Vanoise de Visige. Elle s'élance. Elle était l'une des 2 maxi hier sur le cross qui a mené une forte remontada ici, une forte remontada puisque on était 7e à l'issue du dressage. On se retrouve 2e maintenant.
One of the only two clears yesterday across country. She's on 32.2, lying second. Johanna Koyo, Vanoise de Visige next to go. For Baptiste Morel, he moves down to 4th place at least with 12 jumping penalties, 46.4 final score.
Et c'est un poil au-delà des 74 secondes accordées ici, 8.8 donc pour Johanna Kowo qui arrive ici en deuxième rang de ces CCIP. Et pour rappel, ils seront tous félicités à la remise des prix. Il nous reste un parcours, un test à l'obstacle à apprécier pour le cavalier qui était maxi lui aussi hier, quatrième à l'issue du dressage. Il est donc remonté en pole position. Alors souhaitons bonne chance à Louis Chalit avec Justimon Condi.
Well, he's lying first. Louis Chalit, last to go with Ustimun Kondi. Stallion by Moonlight Béranger, owned by Luna Balga. They're on a score of 31.4. For Johanna Kowu and Benoît Zelige, it was 8 penalties, 41 penalties to finish the competition. She moves down to third place.
Et 87 secondes, 5.2 pour les pénalités avec le désaccord ici sur la piste, 13.2 pour l'obstacle. Et donc Louis termine troisième de ce CCIP. La victoire est donc française. La victoire est signée Alice Faure qui aura donc très bien remonté ce classement avec Kadarn de Hollande, deuxième Johanna Kowo, troisième Louis, il sort de piste, quatrième Baptiste Morel, cinquième à féliciter la cavalière Jade Pourtier, sixième Rose Laurent et la septième place pour la Belge, la cavalière Lotte Bolense.
All seven riders will be in the prize giving ceremony, which will take place immediately. Louis Chalit Ustimun Kondi is in 8 jumping penalties. He finishes with 13.2 faults. Total 44.6. So the winner, Alice Faure, Kadarn de Hollande, 36.9.
Allez, on se retrouve donc d'ici quelques instants pour la remise des prix de cette épreuve de CCIP. Restez donc avec nous en bord de piste pour féliciter la cavalière Alice Faure qui l'emporte dans ce label international. Et donc Laure Eslan, président du jury, qui va nous rejoindre sur la cérémonie de remise des prix. A de suite donc pour les honneurs. A de suite pour la remise des prix. aux couleurs de notre partenaire Alliance Equine. Alliance Equine spécialisée dans la confection de compléments nutritionnels et de produits de soins à base de matières premières d'origine naturelle de haute qualité. Des produits que vous pouvez retrouver d'ailleurs sur une des boutiques du pôle européen du cheval. C'est Thomas Cholat qui nous fait l'honneur de sa présence pour la remise des prix de ce CCIP Alliance Equine qui accompagnait donc les 3 tests, dressage, cross hier en fin de matinée, puis obstacle aujourd'hui, qui a encore une fois réservé son lot de surprises, ce dernier test, puisque on ne retrouve pas malheureusement pour eux le même ordre de résultats établis à l'issue du cross. C'est Alice Fort qui aura fait une forte remontada ici sur cette épreuve du CCIP à travers ce 3e test à l'obstacle.
So the prize giving ceremony will be with our judges, Laura Slot, the president of the ground jury, with Joanne Jardin and Tim Downs for Great Britain, and with Thomas Schwaller, who represents Alliance Equine, the food supplements for horses, nutrition and supplements based on and care products based on natural origin products with with top quality. And you can find them on their internet site or here in Le Mans in their boutique.
Voici donc la remise des prix du CCIP. Voici donc la remise des prix pour le concours complet d'équitation. Vos applaudissements, chers amis, pour accompagner les 7 meilleurs de ce label CCIP. Et quel sport nous avons vécu ici, et ce depuis jeudi maintenant, puisque les cavaliers ont engagé ce CCIP en parallèle du championnat d'Europe qui nous accompagnait sur cette semaine incroyable que nous vivons encore aujourd'hui avec cette toute dernière journée de compétition, avec ces derniers tests donc pour les complétistes. Elle était 3e à la sortie du rectangle de dressage avec 31,3 de pénalité. Après le cross, elle était redescendue en 5e position, mais c'est sans compter le seul sans faute réalisé sur ce test à l'obstacle. Vous saluez, s'il vous plaît, la victoire française d'Alice Fort de Cadam des Hollands. Et l'on va vous demander, s'il vous plaît, chers amis, de bien vouloir vous lever en tribune, messieurs, de vous découvrir, pour que retentisse l'honneur de la cavalière Alice Fort, l'hymne national français, la Marseillaise.
Please stand.
C'est Alice Faure qui aura tenu et mené d'une main de maître ce CCIP. Bravo Alice. Bravo également à Kadan Deolan et puis au propriétaire Vivien Legers, Alain Pansard en ce qui concerne nos informations. Magnifique prestation de ce Hongre de 11 ans, fils des Fusivo, et donc félicité par Thomas Chola, qui est des nôtres à l'occasion de cette remise des prix pour représenter Alliance Equine, partenaire qui nous accompagnait sur ce CCIP spécialisé dans la confection de compléments nutritionnels et produits de soins à base de matières premières d'origine naturelle de haute qualité. Félicité également par Laure Eslan, la présidente de ce jury, et puis par les autres membres du jury, Johan Jardin et Tim Downes. Saluez une nouvelle fois la magnifique victoire d'Alice Faure. On va maintenant s'en aller saluer la deuxième place, celle que s'offre Johanna Kowo avec un très joli cross hier. Vanoise de Visige est deuxième.
À la troisième place, on va féliciter Louis Chaly, Ustimoun Candy. Il rentrait tout à l'heure la première place, mais un petit peu d'incompréhension et on rétrograde, mais quand même la troisième place donc pour Louis Chalit et Ustimoun Candy.
Et oui, Louis Chalit, troisième donc ici, alors que va être félicité maintenant par nos trois membres du jury et par Thomas Chola, représentant d'Alliance Equine. Eh bien, la quatrième place, celle que s'offre Baptiste Morel, 8 de Janière.
Et à la cinquième place, donc toujours félicité par ce jury, c'est Jade Pourtier et Parc Majestic pour la France.
Ouais, des applaudissements encore, s'il vous plaît, pour cette belle cinquième place de Jade Pourtier. Voilà donc que se termine ici ce concours complet international réservé aux poneys à l'occasion de cette semaine européenne. Merci, chers cavaliers, d'avoir répondu présent à l'invitation du pôle européen du cheval. On espère que vous avez passé une agréable semaine, déroulé un magnifique cross. Merci également aux parents qui vous accompagnent, chers enfants, et qui vivent avec vous votre passion. On espère vous voir sur de magnifiques prestations internationales également pour la suite de la saison, voire sur des championnats d'Europe l'année prochaine. C'est tout ce qu'on vous souhaite. En attendant, eh bien Alice, il est temps de prendre le galop à main droite pour ton tour d'honneur. Voici le tour d'honneur de ce CCIP. Celle qui aura mené d'une main de maître ce CCIP s'appelle Alice Faure, elle est française. Johanna Kowo est deuxième. Louis Chalit en troisième position. Baptiste Morel, Jade Pourtier. Ils ont un train de cross sur le tour d'honneur. Magnifique galopade donc pour terminer ce CCIP. Bravo une nouvelle fois, cher cavalier. On va remettre les choses un peu dans le calme pour la sortie au paddock en toute sécurité. Bravo à tous, chers pilotes. Et nous, on va se donner rendez-vous à 12h. J'attends juste que Claire Mosa me confirme tout ça ici. Claire, on est bien d'accord pour 12h? Claire? Ouh. Claire, 12h, on est d'accord pour les podiums du concours complet d'équitation pour ces championnats d'Europe 2023. On commencera par les équipes, on continuera par les individuels et ensuite, comme on le soulignait tout à l'heure avec Karen, notre homologue Arnaud nous rejoindra pour ce qui sera le podium individuel du freestyle à l'occasion du championnat d'Europe poney 2023 de dressage. Alors donc, un peu de temps de pause, 35 minutes pour aller faire quelques emplettes. C'est la dernière journée d'ailleurs, dernière journée pour aller regarder les photos, les garennes, les photographes qui ont immortalisé l'ensemble de vos prestations, que ce soit depuis l'inspection des poneys jusqu'aux dernières épreuves. Alors n'hésitez pas à aller dans la boutique Les Garennes si vous voulez garantir une attente assez raisonnable. Eh bien, il faut y aller dès ce matin puisque cet après-midi, ça va se bousculer un peu à la boutique. Charlotte Street vous attendent pour vous accueillir sur la boutique Les Garennes. Et puis dernière journée également pour faire vos emplettes dans l'ensemble des boutiques du pôle européen du cheval et notamment chez Alliance Equine qui parrainait donc ce CCIP avec Thomas Choa qui va retourner à sa boutique tout à l'heure. Et dernier moment également en parlant de concours complet d'aller chez Forestier pour prendre des informations pour vous offrir une nouvelle selle, chers cavaliers, qu'elle soit neuve ou d'occasion, n'hésitez pas. Allez, bon shopping à tous, on se retrouve nombreux, on l'espère, pour les podiums de concours complet et de dressage. À tout à l'heure.
They sat you down at the lake. I burned for you, burned for me. So kiss me the way that you would if we died tonight. Hold me the way that you would for the final time. Whatever may come somewhere deep inside, there's always this version of you and I. So just kiss me the way that you would if we died tonight. If we died tonight.
Check it out, this is it. Bet you won't, bet you won't, bet you will. Now forget it, cause it don't get better than this. No, it don't get better than this.
Oh yeah, this is it. Bet you won't, bet you won't, bet you will. Now forget it, cause it won't get better than this.
No, it don't get better than this. Simply the best, 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 simply the best.
Yo, el dueño de la tela subió a Marte y no me ven ni por telescopio, demasiado alto, ninguno lo copió. Lo que los extraterrestres están haciendo yo lo copio. Te volviste loco, te fumaste un bate de opio. Tiene que respetar leyendas, son leyendas. Pida perdón que su palabra que una mierda, tremendo guaremate. De tapa aguacate, dale una galleta a un general pa' que te mate.
This shit right here, baby, this shit right here, it's that shit that I wanna hear. It's that hit, the hit of the year. Got me living on a top tier. Can't stop, won't stop, no fear. Make my drink disappear. Let the glass go clink, clink, cheers. We about to break the la 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 la. After ba da ba da ba ba. We gonna rompe with the nita. I swear to God, I swear to Allah. Esto es lo mejor.
Esto es lo mejor. Esto es lo mejor, lo mejor, lo mejor, lo mejor. Mira.
Yeah, check it out, this is it. Bet you won't, bet you won't, bet you will. Now forget it, cause it don't get better than this. No, it don't get better than this.
Oh yeah, this is it. Bet you won't, bet you won't, bet you will. Now forget it, cause it won't get better than this.
No, it don't get better than this. Simply the best, 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 simply the best.
Tu eres palo de fósforo mojado, tú no prendes, tu mufi no se ve ni que la rende. Un jefe de verdura por dinero no se vende, pa' tu tocar un par y tienes que esperar diciembre. Diablo, que maldita olla caliente a presión marca Royal. Yo tengo más grano con una lata de guandule de la Goya. Que vengan tocar el palo de Goya.
I want this and nothing less. All that BS, but that's the rest. I be living life to the fullest. That's my definition of blessed. Negative, step to the left. Primitive, step to the left. I'll be stepping right to the higher level. Stepping with giant steps. And if I fall, la 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 la.